Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. Very, very interesting. So Donald Trump this morning subjected anybody who was bothering to watch cable news to the humiliating spectacle of a Celebrity Apprentice White House version. You know, in Celebrity Apprentice, he would have his apprentices around him, and before he decided who to fire, he'd go around the room and ask each one of them to talk about how they did a great job, you know, living up to his goals that he had set for them, and they would compete for who could basically kiss his butt, you know, more vigorously. Oh, Mr. Trump, you know, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. You are so wonderful, and you know, we are turning this country around, and things are just turning great, and blah de blah de blah. And you know, I watched it with a little bit of green around the gills, just you know, feeling sick to my stomach. But this clip of Donald Trump being interviewed by Charlie Rose in 1992, when Charlie Rose was doing a just in New York City program, is fascinating. And it tells you a lot about Donald Trump's governing style as well as his administrative style, who he is, and why he may, you know, I don't know, but why he may be willing to go to the mat for Michael Flynn, who was there with him very, very early on, and for Jeff Sessions, who was the very first senator to endorse him, that it's all about loyalty in his world. Now, this is very much the Godfather, you know, the sentiment. This is the principal base of the mafia. And I'm guessing that Trump learned this from Roy Cohn or from his dad. Roy Cohn was a lawyer for the mob, and his dad was, you know, a developer in New York City. I mean, you pretty much can't avoid the mob, especially, you know, back in the early part of the 20th century. But anyhow, here's what he had to say. This is fascinating.
Okay, but here comes one of the things they say about you is that there ticks within you a vindictiveness about that, and you're not going to forget that. And part of the
Charlie
Trump
Rose
style is to, at some point, you're going to try to get Stein back.
Well, I don't think I'm going to try and get Stein back. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed in other people, and I'm not disappointed in some. I mean, I think I would have treated people differently. I think that, you know, some of the people that were most loyal to me are people that I didn't think would be. Some of the people that were least loyal to me are people that I think I would have treated them differently. I think I would have treated different groups differently. I would have wiped the floor with the guys that weren't loyal, which I will now do, which is great. You know, I love getting even with people, but I will. I would have wiped.
You love getting even.
Oh, absolutely. You don't believe in the eye for the eye. You do.
No.
I know you well enough. I think you do. But anyway, but
tell me. I mean, you're going to get even with some people.
Yeah, I know. If given the opportunity, I will get even with some people that were disloyal to me. I mean, I had a group of people that were disloyal.
But how do you define disloyalty?
They didn't come to my aid.
Well, what did they do? They turned their back on you?
No, but they didn't do small things that would have helped.
See, it's all about Donald. It's all about Donald. You're either entirely there for him, or you're worthy of his scorn or even his, you know, destruction by him. I find this just fascinating. And we have Chris. We've got another clip. Oh yeah, Pre-Perara. This was the he was the federal prosecutor for New York, and Trump contacted him twice. Tried to contact him. He contacted him. Well, I guess called him once and tried to call him the second time, and Perara refused to take his call, and Trump then fired him. And so here he is with his thoughts on that.
The number of times that President Obama called me in 7.5 years was 0. The number of times I would have been expected to be called by the President of the United States would be 0, because there has to be some kind of arm's length relationship given the jurisdiction that various people have.
So what did he say?
So he called me in December, ostensibly just to shoot the breeze, and asked me how I was doing and wanted to make sure I was okay. It was similar to what Jim Comey testified to with respect to a call he got when he was getting on the helicopter. I didn't say anything at the time to him. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but he was not the president. He was only the president-elect. He called me again 2 days before the inauguration, again, seemingly to check in, and and shoot the breeze. And then he called me a third time when after he became president, and I refused to return the call.
That you didn't take because he was president.
Wow, wow. This is strange stuff.